Hello, welcome to Ordinary Joe's Photo Editing Workshop. Now, a lot of times you guys and ladies sit out there and take photos with your new hotness. That's what I call it. Everybody go out and get their cell phones or tablets. The biggest thing they don't do is read the instructions. All we do is cut it on and try to go to work. I look at Facebook and I see people putting up photos with all kind of crazy backgrounds. One, either they don't know how to edit a photo, or two, just don't care. What I suggest you do is get a program that I have called Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. For you beginners out there, you probably can find one pretty cheap. It don't have to be the latest version. A lot of computers today come with a photo editing program installed. You could do some things, crop, maybe resize, but you can't get that detail. Everybody want to try to do the work themselves. You can. If you, one, practice, read the instructions, and listen. But today we don't do that. As you can see behind me on my screen, I have Photoshop already loaded because I'm pretty much playing with Photoshop every day. Now, am I a Photoshop expert? No. But I took the time to learn some basic tools to make my project better than projects I see being put up today. If you look through any magazine, there's not a photo in that magazine that haven't been touched by some kind of photo editor. I look at a lot of detail. What we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna walk you through Photoshop. Now, for you experts out there that already know Photoshop, great. I might show you some stuff you might just didn't know. But for that ordinary Joe, I am going to teach you how to use some basic tools in Photoshop. Okay, when we come back, we are going to go through Photoshop with some basic steps that you can learn how to edit a photo. So just sit back, get your pen and paper out, and let's have some fun. All right? It's not going to be that hard. Now, what you're looking at is a basic board in Photoshop. As you can see to your left, there are tools. We're going to cover the tools. Up here at the top of the board are your headers. Those are very important. We're going to cover that. Over here to the right are palette docking stations. We're going to show you how to change it and set that up. But that's not important right now. First, I just want you to take a look at the board. Now, once you have opened up the program, there are several things you can do. You can start a brand new project with Photoshop. You can take a photo and insert it into Photoshop and start your editing process. And you can make banners, you could do a lot. What you're going to look at right now are some photos that I did in Photoshop. Let's take a look at a first picture right here. This is the photo that I took walking downtown. As you can see, you see people. You see them, somebody must be doing some work. I see cones and signs all over the place. But I had an ideal in my head, what would this photo look like if I got rid of all of that and just kept a clean photo. This is what the photo looked like after I did my editing with Photoshop. As you can see, it's nice and clean. Now, what you're gonna look at, this is the before. That's the before, and this is the after, okay? We're gonna take a look at another photo. This particular photo is a photo of myself at a baseball game. Now you clearly see people behind me. You see some armband on my arm. You see a wire coming out my ear because I had a radio in my ear. Well, this is the after. As you can see, I got rid of all the people behind me and got the little armband off my arm, the wire out my ear. That was all done in Photoshop. Take a look at this one. This is a photo of my grandson washing my car. But what do you see? You see a bucket on the ground, water markings on the ground. This is the photo I did in Photoshop. I removed the bucket, repaired the grass, and got rid of the watermark. I had a friend on Facebook she had somebody to take a very lovely picture. She's standing holding the frame. As you can see behind her, it's clearly that it was just a frame because you see the wall behind her. I asked her if I could edit that photo. She gave me the okay. This is the end result. I took the photo and I straightened it up, added a background. Now take a good look at this photo. I removed the portion that was inside the frame and inserted another photo. So now it looks like she is actually stepping out of this window. This particular photo you're getting ready to look at is a photo of a lady at work. She was so happy she had her makeup done, she just told one of her friends to snap the photo. But what do you see? You see her with her work apron on. But she loved the photo. So I asked her, could I edit her photo? Here's the new photo. I removed the apron, straightened the photo up. Beautiful photo. You can also change your background. Here is step one. This is my grandson again. That's my buddy. As you can see, clearly see stuff behind him. This is number two, photo number two. I changed the background, made a nice clean background. Then I completed the photo by adding some text, framed it up, and that's the photo I shared with the world on my Facebook. Now I could have clearly put up the first photo. It was a nice photo. But sometimes people in my business don't see just the photo. They see everything else behind the photo. And that's the level I want to get you, to that level. Now, I am not an expert pro photo instructor, but I took the time to learn some basic things in the program. Now, when we come back, we're going to explain some of the tools in Photoshop.